let's talk about Phuket first, where you have the Phuket Marriott Resort and Spa. It's been a while since I've been there as far as really visiting the beaches and the tourist areas many, many decades ago. But looking, and of course it's been built up tremendously, looking at your property, that's why I made the comment about finding the right real estate. It seems to be pretty isolated up there.
Exactly, and isolated could be perceived maybe as far off from everything, but in our case, it's actually a huge selling point because it seems to be isolated. It's surrounded by a national park, yet it's actually only a 10-minute drive from the airport. But you do not hear the flight noise, the aircraft noise or anything. You can actually see the airlines taking off in a distance, but there's no noise pollution from that. Phuket as an island, I would say, has developed over the last 15, 20 years from being a really, not a very established destination. A couple of beach resorts, a couple of bars, and if you will, to this today a very diverse island that offers a selection of basically everything you're looking for. It's got everything from low budget to highest luxury accommodation available. A lot of Asia's best golf clubs are there. The diversity in terms of entertainment, in terms of food and beverage offerings, in terms of activities, it's done huge leaps. The airport has been completely renovated or rebuilt, I would say. Even flight accessibility is excellent. So it's definitely a to-go-to place. If you're looking for a destination that can combine also traditional Thailand, it's very accessible, but also with a modern approach or a modern approach. So our hotel itself is a combination of, similar to what I explained in Bangkok, it's a combination of tradition and modern. Around about 50% of our rooms are in a very authentic Thai style. The other 50% of the inventory are in a very modern style. So the benefit of that is to be able to suit different tastes, different guests' needs. This can be driven by, this can be source market related. You could say maybe that the older generation typically prefers the more traditionally decorated room, whereas the younger generation prefers the more modern decorated room. In terms of they are equal in terms of
I'm
quality.
surprised the younger ones prefer the modern. Huh. Tell us about the clientele for the Phuket property. Which are the top nationalities and the top 2 or 3 age groups?
Yeah, I would say Phuket is extremely diverse. So you have, and it's also quite seasonal, but let's just say if you take year round, you would have, in Asia, you would take, obviously you have to mention China. China is a huge feeder market. China, including Hong Kong, Taiwan. You would also have to add in there, to some extent, India. I must also say, in terms of regional expatriates, people that live in cities, maybe Europeans or people from international markets that live in business destinations around Asia, be it KL, Kuala Lumpur, be it Hong Kong, be it Jakarta. Phuket is very accessible, and it's also ideal for a short stint. You don't always have to come for a 7, 14, 21 night vacation. You can come for 2 or 3 nights because it's very easily accessible, and there's a huge flight frequency into the market. You'd have to also include from Europe, definitely German-speaking markets, Russia, the UK, France, and then for long haul, you have, I would consider Australia being long haul already, and even the US. So it's an extremely diverse market. Some source markets have larger bulks of people arriving, but if you just take it on a global scale, it's very diverse. So,
and age group likewise. Age,
Sorry?
age group.
Oh, sorry, age groups. Yeah, I think I do have stats on hand, but not with me right now. But you could probably say age-wise as well. You've got everything from the early 20-year-old generation, as far as the over 70-year-olds. You know, a lot of repeat travelers. Out of the European markets, for example, you have people who have been coming to Phuket or destinations around it, like Khao Lak, like Krabi, for decades, and who repeatedly come back to Thailand for their beach.
So your guests like to stay around the property, or also to go out and experience the city or other activities outside of the property?
You would say, if you look at the length of stay, guests that stay longer, typically they may have a day or two that they go to Phuket town, or even down south, Patong Beach. That would mostly be for shopping, for souvenir shopping, or for experiencing something local, maybe visiting some cultural sites, or also just having some food and beverage experience outside of the hotel. But I do have to say that a lot of our guests actually visit the hotel for seclusion and literally to if I can say, do nothing and just relax by the beach or the pool, and also enjoy the facilities that we have on property or nearby. I mean, the Nayang beach itself, Nayang is one of Phuket's beaches that it's still really untouched. It's like Phuket 20 years was, right? You don't have vendors going around. There's no dirt. It's very well kept and very nice. With the national park in the background, you've got the forest area and everything right behind you. So it's a very nice scenery. It's very peaceful, very calm. But you do have Nayang Beach, Nayang Town, within just a 10-minute taxi ride from the hotel. We also offer shuttle services, of course. And Nayang itself as well, it's a little bit like the real Phuket, like it used to be more than 10 years ago. So a lot of authenticity, you know, a bar by the beach, a wooden hut, things like that. So if you're looking for the authentic experience, it's a great place to go.
I am so happy to hear that. I thought it totally disappeared. I remember the Phuket Yacht Club. I don't know anything about it. It was a long time ago, but glad to hear that remains nearby the Marriott, Phuket.
But you know, I have to say also there's something for everyone there, because if you're looking, let's say Patong Beach, you know, if you've been coming to Phuket over years and years for a beach vacation, and you're coming for peace and quiet, you definitely don't want to go to Patong. Patong is entertainment. It's shopping, it's party, it's nightlife, it's action. But there is a huge demand for that. There are people that come because of that, and that's usually the younger generation, or also typical to certain source markets. But it's great to have that offering that you can basically find on any tier of hotel, on any price category of hotel. You will find something that will satisfy you in Phuket.